Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more RimWorld, returning to a no-hope playthrough. And I had a little bit of a boneheaded moment in the last video where I allowed Han to get gnawed on by some mad rats. And unfortunately, he is quite a bit injured from that, as you can see the accumulation of all those rat bites and scratches. But we have patched him up, and hopefully he'll get better in the next day or so. But it is kind of unfortunate. That was not really... It was something that was easily avoided. I had him out doing a mining job over here, and I forgot about the event with the mad rats, and when he went out to go mine, he has a thing against fighting. He's incapable of fighting, so he couldn't defend himself against the rats, and he was the only one in the area, so they were chomping on him for quite a while. But finally, we went over and killed the rats, and he didn't die or anything, but yeah, definitely unnecessary injuries. But right now, we're just getting some security set up. We got a couple traps, and we're going to begin the process to kind of nail that stuff down. Matter of fact, I guess we have enough to make another trap, so I'll go ahead and drop that down. And ooh, we have a mental break. So Han is up and about, and he's binging on food. I think. Okay, well, he's not really eating that much. He only eat anything. Mental break heater. I'm sorry, breakdown. Alright, so we just gotta repair that. That's not... I mean, it sucks, but it's not that big of a deal. And we're, you know, a good, decent way into spring here, so we don't really need the heaters anymore. As a matter of fact, I could probably just flick those off. Let's do that, so they're not consuming power. So, yeah, I'm still going to need to tell them, I know. Where's our other heater? It's over here. Flick that one off, too. And is there anybody still up? Old Ben is. Just do that really quick for me. That's an unnecessary expenditure of power right now. It shouldn't get cold enough in our desert climate in the spring to need. We do have our crops ready to harvest, so hopefully Han is well enough to go out there tomorrow, but I don't think he will be, so the sooner that we get these crops taken care of, the better. We are going to have to prepare for the summer as well. Oh, we have visitors, but they're not trading, I don't think. Oh, no, there is a trader. Alright, well, we'll let them come through. Going to be morning time for people to wake up in a little bit anyway, so I'm not going to wake anyone up. There we go. Luke is up. He's our social guy. He's going to go trade. Alright, let's see what we got. So we can sell some of our... Ooh, they do take the tribal weapons, so I'm going to start selling those because I really don't feel like we need them. So we'll get rid of all that. He has a minigun for sale, but I don't think we'll be picking that up. And going through our clothing, anything that's below 60%, I'm going to sell. So, good for all of this. And then he won't buy any of this other stuff down here. So we're going to get a little bit of silver out of the deal. As far as stuff that he has, really not a whole lot. He has a single simple meal, not really worth it to me. And he has a minigun. That's it. He has a minigun. That's pretty much it. All right, so that's it. But we at least get to sell some things and get some silver, so that's useful. And we're going to continue to cook here. Luke. We're going to continue to stone cut. So we need to work on these crops. Did some of our trees die? I don't remember tasking anybody to cut them down. But our wood did go up, so that must have happened. I just didn't catch it because we have... No, I traded for that wood, didn't I? I think I remember trading for wood, so I don't know what happened to some of these trees, but hopefully they get replanted at some point. And this would be a great time for a raid. So that these guys can fight instead of us, but I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Alright, so now that we have this a little bit set up, I think the next priority is to start building walls over here. So right now we kind of have a mismatch of different wall types. Mostly sandstone being our top one because we have a lot of blocks in the compound still. We are kind of running a little bit lower. Oh, I didn't really think about this, but one thing I do need as far as our security goes is another turret. I think it was roughly around about there. And then because we had all of the rubble cleared from it, I would also like to do that. Alright, good. Old Ben doesn't have anything better to do, so he's going to do a little bit of harvesting here. Alright, so these guys are leaving. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead. Is he failing? Yeah, he isn't good at doing what he's doing, so he's failing a lot. We need him to stop then. And do something else. As much as I have him doing that, what is his skill? Old Ben. 1. Just gonna turn him off. That's a big waste of crops. Alright, well, in any case, let's give him something to do, though. So, we don't have that much limestone. I'll go ahead and use that up. That's about as much limestone as we have. We do have a decent amount of slate, though, so let's switch over to slate now. And I just want to bring it down. That's about as far as we can get with the slate. And that'll be a start, so we can undraft him, and he should start working on the construction project, as that is a higher priority for him. Alright, you know what? I think we've gone through a decent amount of our meat. I'm going to go ahead and draft you just so you stop what you're doing. And go to work. And we're going to turn your cooking down. Turn your grow and your plant cut all the way up. And then I have to undraft you, of course. Oh. The timing of that. Oh well, we still need to regrow. Our corn crop just got annihilated again. We have not had our corn crop come in even once. Well, that sucks. But what I am going to do here, because I'm going to get some potatoes, is I'm going to suspend the simple meal and start up the fine meal. Because we should have resources of a couple of different types here. But we need to get these crops regrown. Oh, the timing of that is very unfortunate. We were just about to harvest these crops. And I'm really hoping that overnight here, Han's finally going to get full on health. So that he can actually do stuff. Our power situation is looking pretty good at the moment. I mean, I would like to improve it so that... I mean, at this point right now, we have no power intake. We have no wind. It's obviously nighttime, so we're having no solar power, which is our main power gain. So we need this geothermal power, because I figure... Oh, good, a heat wave. Well, that means that our next priority is for sure going to be... temperature control. So we're going to need some air conditioning here. I figure, why don't we do it at this end? And then maybe another one over here. And I never did build a vent in here, so let's build a vent there, build a vent there. And that should be everything except this one room, which we still haven't done anything with, so everything else should be vented up. Alright, well that's gonna unfortunately mean that some of our rooms are not gonna... We're gonna have to do this tomorrow, obviously, but... Now, this heat wave works like the other one did. It will last probably a while. Right now, because it's nighttime, the temperature hasn't climbed too much, but it's, I think, going to continue to climb. We're at 96 at this point during the night, and it's continuing to rise even though it is night. So I think we're going to expect temperatures up into around about 120 degrees, if not more than that, when it comes to the daytime. That means our fridge is going to have a hard time keeping these things refrigerated. I am also concerned about the spoiling of our meat, so I may have to change Luke's work priorities back to where they were. So that he starts cooking the meat, because we still have a lot of that, and I don't want it to be wasted. You know, there's not that many things here to do, though, so we're going to go ahead and set this stuff high priority still until it gets done. Although Han's back now, so maybe he'll do some of this work. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Luke, I think we're going to put you back on cooking. Because Han is finally back. I don't think that change is necessary anymore. So he's going to come in, he's going to harvest these crops. Oh, well, they're not harvestable yet, but... I hope we have enough to make fine meals. I'll see here in a second. Yeah, it looks like we do, but probably only one. And then he's not going to have anything to do, so I'm going to have to turn it to... Oh, no, he has still enough. Okay, so I think maybe one more fine meal, and then that's going to be that. So I'm going to unsuspend that. And then let him just cook. Because we did lose a lot of our crops, unfortunately. Alright, well that's what we're going to do. I don't want them to get on the temperature stuff, because this temperature is going to continue to climb. And I think having these coolers might help a little bit keep this area cooler. Part of me wants to cancel this wall now because they're putting a lot of... Here, you know what? Suspend this, please. Because I need you to construct things. How's that one animal's pregnancy going? Alright, so we only have 5 days left, and we'll have another cow here. Alright, so we have potatoes in. Not a lot, though, unfortunately. The corn's going to be done here. What little of it we have left is going to be done here not too much longer. That should be good. We do need to take care of this temperature, though. Looks like we will get at least one of the coolers done here, if we didn't fail. So this should be set at 70, which is going to keep temperatures a little bit cooler. We have another dry thunderstorm, unfortunately. Yeah, we're up to 131 degrees. That's really, really hot. Man, old Ben's so bad at growing. All right, please don't fail this time. There we go. So, hopefully it will start to drop as we now have 3 coolers providing us cooling. I'm a little bit concerned about our refrigerated meats lasting. Fortunately, we have R2-D2 coming in and cooking here. And Luke is finally able to do some research. Finally. The simple meals are unfortunately not going to last too much longer. Oh. Need to turn that off a medical bed. And then draft. While I have you, though, are you good at construction or not? I don't really remember. Ah, screw it. We'll wait. I need to get another cooler in here because this is not enough to keep these things refrigerated. And we're going to lose all of our meals if I'm not quick here. Alright, well, I'll just continue through the night. I mean, most of this is because of the heat wave. We're hovering around 85 indoors. We actually have it down to refrigerated temperature. And again, I kind of wonder if it is helping to have those other coolers, keeping the rest of the compound cooler. Because now these do count as being refrigerated, but it is still going to spoil pretty soon here, so the sooner we get on that, the better. All right, so that little bit of muffalo meat. Okay, now we have corn. I'm gonna suspend this so that we are only doing fine meals. Although the meat might not last long enough to do that. We'll have to see. But I love corn because once it does finally come in, when you don't have blights and cold snaps and all other kinds of things that prevent it from giving you food, you do get a lot of yield. Kind of wish he wasn't the one doing the cutting, though. Why don't we instead give him something else to do? So I'm going to say sandstone blocks. And we need to come down. Just seeing where we need to be. Let's just do that for now. And I would like draft on draft. Because Han should be the one doing the plant cutting here, not somebody that's going to waste a lot of our crops. I guess we can turn back on the stone cutting at this point. Alright, so we've got a decent amount of slate as well. Alright, we've almost closed off our wall. I would like to do another trap setup if I can. Somewhere. Matter of fact. I'm going to do it over here. So we're going to allow this to be their way in. And we're going to make this our trap corridor. That doesn't mean I'm going to have to knock down some of the walls and replace them with doors. But... oh well. We'll get it done. And then maybe another little entryway over here to let the bad guys in. Not certain of that, though. I mean, we're going to want something on this side to allow them in. Maybe we cut a hole here and we make it over here. Either way, it's going to require more stone than what we have right now, so... oh, well, that's the last of our meat. So we're going to have to... oh, it looks like we can do it with milk and corn. So while we have milk, which we do have a decent amount... well, we have probably enough for one more meal. So I'm going to turn the simple meals back on. And we're going to turn that off. And the heat wave is over as well. I think that did result or lead to us losing some of our meals. The temperature inside should be much more stable now, around about that 70 degrees that we're looking for. And our fridge should be much more stable as well. But I think it's getting to the point where I'm going to need another cooler in here to maintain, especially for the summer, those temperatures. And you know what? We have the steel to do it, so why not? I'm just going to put it right next to the other cooler. And set it from there. All right, well, that's going to be it for the meals we can produce for now. Off of what we have. Granted, we're going to get more corn in here very soon. I wish our crop had came out a little bit better, because that's not going to be a lot. Ooh, we have escape pods, so let's jump to that location. All right, so we've got Penny here. So... first off, character. Another pyromaniac. Green Thumb. Research. We're going to try and rescue this person just in case they are recruitable, because we need somebody that can research. I know that there's a lot of other downsides, mostly pyromaniac, to this character. But outside of firefighting and artistic stuff, there's not a whole lot this character can't do, and that research is so high. We gotta try. So, first off, let's grab old Ben here, who has nothing to do, and rescue. We don't have a... Alright, so... I don't have really a good place We put this. We'll put it there. And now you can rescue. Okay, so we do have some issues with idle colonists because we do not have jobs for them to do. How about, because I have sandstone, why don't we floor this new room over here up? We don't have it vented up yet, and more than likely, another thing I'm going to try and do is extend out this little corridor so that we can just put a vent here and keep that inside the base. Okay, where do you have your health? Yeah, that's fine. Does have smoke leaf dependence. It's also possible this person will not join us. I could have captured them and tried to do it that way. Maybe capturing them was the right move to make, because I have no idea if this person's going to join me or not. I'm starting to think that they might not. I am tempted to strip her, though. Let's take a look at her gear. I mean, it's not in bad shape. Make her drop that. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to strip her, just in case she doesn't join the club. If she does, she can always rewear it. Alright, well, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So we picked up this person out of a cargo pod. Not cargo pod, escape pod. If they join us, that'd be great because we need the research. If they don't, it's not the end of the world, but I think it was worth trying. And if anything, we did get some smoke leaf and some a pair of clothes here off of her. And she's going to have to run out naked if she wants to go her own way. Well, in any case, as I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.